of the Skate Girls of Kabul can be seen on youtube.com/BBC World Service, all one word, produced by Pandita Lorenz if you want to see that video. And you can of course make suggestions of photographers and photographs you'd like us to feature. We'd really like to hear about that. Send me a message on Twitter @BBC Dan Damon. And here are the headlines at the moment from our newsroom. Canada's Prime Minister Stephen Harper has said Canadians will never be intimidated by terrorists after a gun attack on the country's parliament. And one of the world's biggest retailers, Tesco, has announced a huge fall in profits. The chairman is resigning. That is the top story. The Great Barrier Reef off the northeast coast of Australia, regarded as one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. But scientists say 50% of the coral has been destroyed over the past 3 decades. The United Nations says the World Heritage Site may soon be listed as endangered. The UN is especially concerned about the expansion of coal mining operations along the coast of Queensland near the reef. Our Australia correspondent John Donison reports.
Everyone knows the Great Barrier Reef. It's a marine paradise, famous.
The Great Barrier Reef is one of Australia's most precious treasures.
It's right here at the southern Great Barrier Reef, which stretches from Bundaberg North Burnett in the south.
Tourism Australia promotes it heavily.
Our region offers visitors unique and diverse landscapes to discover.
A massive multicoloured jewel off the country's eastern seaboard. It covers an area bigger than Britain. There are more than 1,500 species of fish. Some of the coral structures date back up to 20 million years. Environmentalists fear in 20 years the reef could be all but dead.
I'm convinced the Great Barrier Reef is dying. I've been convinced for many years.
David Hannon is one of the world's leading underwater photographers.
I've been back to some of my favourite spots that I filmed originally many years ago to capture the new material on high definition. I've found wastelands out there.
For divers like David, the reef was once an underwater wonderland, but more than half the coral has been destroyed in the last 30 years. An aggressive starfish, the crown of thorns, which has flourished because of fertilizers seeping into the ocean from farm runoff, has killed much of it. Tropical storms are also to blame, as well as increased carbon in the atmosphere, which has made the water too acidic. But there's also another threat. This is the massive coal terminal at Hay Point in Queensland. Overlooking the turquoise waters of the Coral Sea are mountains of coal waiting for export. Australia ships out 1 million tonnes of coal every single day, and a good proportion of that